teacher who perhaps believed in the flag so dearly they were willing to fight for it. That would be how MAGA would headline the story. But again, that's not us. So let me tell you the real deal here. A teacher accosted a teen for refusing to pledge of allegiance. Is this not incredible? That's kind of like what gangs do. If you don't follow the gang rules, we're gonna attack you. So you do it our way, right up to the gang signs. Marissa Barnwell is her name. 15-year-old student at River Bluff High School in Lexington, South Carolina. She says she was physically assaulted by a teacher for refusing to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Wow, okay. And might I say she looks like an angel. I don't know if she is, but that's how she looks. And if she doesn't want to say the pledge, well, not in this classroom apparently. Now her parents are suing Lexington School District One, Superintendent Gerrita Postlewait. River Bluff Principal Jacob Smith in the center there. River Bluff teacher Nicole Livingston on the right. And South Carolina Department of Education on this young lady's behalf. According to the lawsuit filed February 13th, on November 29, 2022, Barnwell, a Black honor roll student, was walking in the hallway on her way to class when the Pledge of Allegiance began to play over the intercom. Barnwell allegedly refrained in a non-disruptive manner to acknowledge the pledge as she walked into her classroom. Livingston began yelling and demanding that Barnwell stop to acknowledge the pledge, then physically assaulted her by pushing her on a wall. Livingston then escorted her to the principal's office to be further punished. Barnwell said she was in disbelief during the incident and even told Livingston to get your hands off of me. When Barnwell told Smith what happened, he told her he would review the video footage, send her back to class with her alleged abuser. She called her mother in tears. Barnwell was extremely upset, emotionally disturbed. That according to the lawsuit. Barnwell said at a news conference Thursday, I was completely and utterly disrespected. No one has apologized. No one has acknowledged my hurt. The fact that the school is defending that kind of behavior is unimaginable. That's the first argument I have with what the teenagers, it's very credible. We believe it, trust me. I was completely, utterly disrespected. Yep, you were. Barnwell said she was the only African American in the hallway that morning. She was targeted because of that. No other student was confronted by the teacher. River Bluff is a majority white school. Over 73% of the student body is white, according to US News and World Report. Lawsuit claims the encounter violated Barnwell's constitutional rights and violated the First and 14th Amendments. It is well established that the government cannot compel anyone to acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance, the lawsuit says. Isn't this, I thought we knew this. Not everybody. Under South Carolina law, anyone who does not want to participate is exempt, cannot be penalized. They're allowed to express non-participation in any way that does not infringe on the rights of others or disrupt school activities. Walking in the hallway, minding her business. Following the incident, Barnwell's parents said they never heard from the district, and now they're trying to seek accountability for Livingston's actions. But Livingston, Postlewait, Smith, the school district, the Department of Education refused to accept any responsibility. Why not follow the law? River Bluff High School website indicates Livingston, a special education teacher, is still employed by the district. Libby Roof, the chief communications officer for Lexington School District One, said the district's attorney is working on a response to the lawsuit, which will be filed in the coming weeks. Jackson.
Well,
what happened to follow the law?
Well,
this time.
Well, the law that serves me, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, following the law that serves my ego and my feelings. But one of the things that this really made me think about is just how this type of sentiment of American exceptionalism is very prevalent within our everyday discourse. It's led to things like the reversal of Roe v. Wade. It's led to things like drag shows being banned. It's led to Republicans putting forth different types of policies to make it harder for people to vote, because it's separating the others from those who don't love America for what you think it is. And you see examples of this even with like Tucker Carlson recently refusing to condemn January 6th insurrection, even after all that's happened. While the Republican Party claims that they don't want Donald Trump in office, but he's sucking all the air out of the primary already. Ron DeSantis has yet to run. All of this to do with what's driving people to the polls on that side. Why is the Republican Party still so enthralled with Donald Trump? Why are they still so enthralled with racism and sexism and hatred towards the LGBTQ community? Because those are all people who don't fit the mold of what white America is supposed to be. So all of this rhetoric that we see every single day across all of these news outlets, when we see people like Ron DeSantis talking about anti-woke this, anti-woke that, it puts little black girls like her into that category. Otherwise, why would she be so mad because she didn't sing the Pledge of Allegiance? She's a little girl. She's a little kid. Who cares? Like, she's not thinking about all that. She's acting like she was a veteran in World War II or something. I don't know anybody who has that much love for the United States except people who fought in World War II. To where it's that genuine. I mean, I just kind of pulled that out of my head. But at the same time, like, do you really care that much? Or do you just think that this little black girl should be punished? So
I think your questions are perfectly valid. I have questions too. You mentioned Ron DeSantis. My question number one, if you were on the Harvard baseball team, how come that was the weakest first pitch I saw? Okay, you can't throw out the first pitch. But I digress. If you love the flag, and you love America, and the pledge is the embodiment of your desire for America, why are you getting violent? And you're the one disrupting the pledge. I would say that this teacher violated the law. Remember what it says. You don't have to participate as long as you're not disrupting other people. When the teacher decided to get MMA here, that's disruptive. I think the teacher should be charged.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, regardless of what it was for, she put her hands on a child, So, and because she doesn't know that part of the law, she doesn't know any of that. And oftentimes, people who are this type of extreme typically are very lacking in logic and just real information. Otherwise, they wouldn't act in these types of ways. But yeah, 100%, she should be prosecuted, and obviously, she should be fired and never allowed to work in another school again.
But it shows you, doesn't it? Doesn't it show you the incredible privilege here from this not knowing the law teacher of special education students here? It shows you the incredible privilege, because you're right. We're sitting up here talking about a school district's response and, debating the law in South Carolina. Well, you and I don't have a debate about it. But at the end of the day, why is this woman not charged with child abuse? Why is she not charged with child abuse? Why don't I have? And listen, we've got a great investigative team here at Indisputable. So I'm sure they would tell me if there was a mugshot, they would have put it on. There's no mugshot, is there? There's no arrest. Okay, I've just gotten confirmation of that. So this is what we're trained to do when we should be saying, hey, help. There's an abuser in the classroom here. That's what we should be talking about, no?
And how old is she, like 33? You know what I'm saying? Like 33, 35 or something. And the only reason I bring that up to say is it's like, how much love and admiration do you really have for the flag? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a millennial. I'm sure it's quite difficult for you to pay bills. I'm sure you've gone through all of the economic hardships that all of us have. So honestly, this is very corny. Unfortunately, it led to violence and real hurt, but it's really corny. This is lame. It just is.
Yeah. I think that's the perfect. I just think you should have led with that.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Right? This is a cornball move. What are you doing? Okay. And yeah, you're probably right. I think age is important here. When you think about this young woman, this honor roll student has a level of maturity that the teacher does not. The teacher who is perhaps a millennial. What comes after that group?
Gen Z, Zoomers.
Really? Takes a lot of selfies. That both take a lot of selfies, okay? Yeah. And that's what she should stick to, instead of apprehending young honor roll African-American students who are minding their own business and do not have to say the pledge, ma'am. They don't have to do it.
It's America. Well, this is her America. In her America, you got to sing the Pledge of Allegiance.
I like Donald Glover's "This Is America" better. Okay, I'll take that one. This is America.